obviously third game in a row that you know, our both ends of the floor, our offense, because we gave the ball back to them too many times, first of all, and then some of the times that we gave it back to them were unforced errors that turn into baskets, and we just can't do that against good teams in this league, especially, or any league. But you know, when you play quality teams, you're just not going to be able to survive that. And then different points of the game, particularly you know last stretch where they scored the ball too easy with drives, and you know, I give them credit. They're poised. There's a reason why they've won a lot of games, and you know, their gym and in their gym every day. You know, I'm sure there's a feeling about positive basketball being played, and comes from a lot of years of winning, and it shows, and it showed you know down the stretch of the game. So give them credit for that. But you know, we've got to continue to try and fix the things that you know you saw as well as I saw that cost teams basketball games. And you know, as a result, we're sitting here at 0-3, and got to find a way to correct that when we get back on the gym floor next practice.
You talk about that feeling coming from the positive basketball feeling coming from winning. It does seem like you guys have a different tone this season. Even with 0-3 start to conference play, you guys are fighting right to the end against the number 9 team in the country. How do you explain that, and what can you do going forward to keep that up?
Explain
the positive mentality, even though the wins haven't been there the past few years.
I mean, you know, it's you get in the gym and you put guys in a position to work hard, and while you're working hard, it's easy to work smart. When you do those things, it becomes a byproduct of working together, and we talk about that a lot. And so, you know, it's something that it's not easy. Like, we throw the ball up every night. There's games, and somebody wins and somebody loses, and there are reasons for that. And you know, we like to think that step one in this process of coming here is that we can create some level of consistency in how we approach ourselves day to day. And it's those three things that we can't defer from. Is you got to play as hard as you can, you got to play as smart as you can, you got to play as together as you can. And if they keep hearing it and believing it, and you preach it, you know, today, tomorrow, the next day, I'm not so sure, it becomes part of the fabric of who you are. 24 hours a day, not just 2 hours in the gym. And we got to do that. We got to change a culture, and we got to make the guys on the court, the guys on the bench, coaching staff, supporters, people that like us, people that may not like us. They've got to start to believe in this process. And the way you do that is that you play the game a certain way, and you keep doing that, and you start winning. And then you win with some consistency. And then that's how the thing starts to develop.
So knowing that it's a long process, are you satisfied with how it's gone so far?
I don't ever get satisfied with losing. I'm not. I deal with it because I'm older, a little bit better than I have before. But I'm a terrible loser.
The 12-2 run in the second half that got them back to the lead. What did you see? Was it some of the turnovers and the defense that you talked about at the beginning?
Yeah, you know, they at the end of the first half, they played some zone. They let the big guys in foul trouble, and I thought we handled it decent. They switched up and went zone again, and we didn't handle it as well. We got stagnant, which is, again, we've talked about this 100 times, where defense can read you, and when you catch the ball and you put it above your head, that means that you become passive. And then the only thing you can do when the ball's above your head is passive. You can't really drive it, and you don't really shoot it, and they can read that. So we got stagnant and didn't get quality offensive possessions. And usually with us, there's a lot of teams, when that happens, your defense starts to leak. And they started driving it to us a little bit too easy and quickly. It led to fouls, it led to easy baskets, and led to kick-out threes and second shots. So one side is always connected to the other, and I thought that was primarily the reason why they made that push.
What were your thoughts on Derek's play off the bench tonight?
You know, it's like anything else. He's been healthy the last few days. That's the first thing. And when he's healthy, he's engaged. When he's engaged, his talent starts to show. And I think what's ailed him and us is that he's always kind of every other day, third day, his knees don't feel well, and trying to catch a rhythm, and sometimes it affects him psychologically gets a little discouraged, what have you. But I think the last few days, you know, he's had really good rhythm in practice. He's been energetic. You can hear his voice in the gym because he feels good, and then that's the result. Same thing with Tommy. You know, Tommy, for different reasons, that's what I try to get everybody to do on a consistent basis. Goes to what you're saying, is that when you immerse yourself in basketball, 2 hours of practice, you know, extra work, all those kind of things, it's not just, oh, you're going to have a good game. You put yourself by percentage in a place where you have a better chance to play well, because you're going to do more good things. And I think that's what happened to Derek.